What is an experience you had at a courthouse that you'll never forget? I'll never forget the day I sat in a courthouse watching my little brother being treated like a criminal for defending himself. He's 17, quiet kid, reads manga during lunch, never gets in trouble. He was cornered behind the gym by 3 guys who'd been bullying him since freshman year. They shoved him, stole his sketchbook, called him names. That day, he finally snapped. One of them pushed him to the ground and my brother picked up a broken broomstick and swung it. Didn't even hit the guy hard, just scared him enough to run. But the school called the cops instead of his parents. Charged him with assault with a weapon. No context. No history of the bullying. Just student A injured by student B. My mom got the call at work, thought he'd been suspended. Nope. He was in a holding room at the station while they figured out whether to press charges. The school's zero-tolerance policy meant they weren't allowed to take sides. I took the day off work to go to the hearing. Public defender hadn't even met my brother until 30 minutes before we walked into that courtroom. The other kids' parents were sitting smug in the front row, like their son hadn't been tormenting mine for 2 years. Then the prosecutor stood up and read the incident report. No mention of prior bullying, no context, just violent outburst. I was fuming, shaking. Then, my brother stood up to speak. His voice cracked at first, but then he pulled something out of his backpack. It was the sketchbook they'd tried to take from him. The judge raised an eyebrow and he asked, "May I show this?" The judge nodded. He opened to the first page. It was dated 3 years ago. Page after page of the same 3 boys, pushing him in the hall, tearing up his drawings, mocking his clothes, mocking his stutter, dates, dialogue, even little timestamps, like a visual diary of everything they'd done. He'd drawn it all in real time. The courtroom was silent. The prosecutor cleared his throat and tried to say the drawings weren't proof of anything, but the judge stopped him. Why didn't anyone report this earlier? My brother just looked at his shoes and said, "I thought if I was quiet enough, they'd stop." I saw the judge's expression change. Something broke in him. He called a recess. 15 minutes later, he returned and said the charges were being dismissed completely. He ordered the school to provide documentation of the bullying investigation and scheduled a follow-up hearing to review their disciplinary actions. My brother didn't say much afterward, just held his sketchbook tighter than ever. A week later, one of the bullies transferred schools. The others got suspended. The school had to implement new harassment reporting policies. And my brother? He's still drawing. Only now, it's superheroes. Ones that look a lot like him. And yeah, I'll never forget that courtroom. Because that day, my brother didn't just